Hello, Steve Shoemaker here, and in this video we're going to be doing an extensive review of Smart Media Technologies. Now I'm on the corporate homepage of Smart Media Technologies, and if you'll notice, you've got this great looking graphic here with pictures and numbers, and it goes in this nice little circle, and these are different features that Smart Media Technologies has created for our product YOBSN. And what YOBSN stands for, YOBSN, is your own branded social network. So we're going to look at some of these features, how you can apply them to your business, and hopefully by the end of this video you're going to have a great understanding or clear understanding of what exactly Smart Media Technologies is trying to do with YOBSN and what we're going to do when we bring this out into the world. So let's get started, shall we? So the first feature is the dynamic bar branding. So if you're on the site, all you have to do is click on the picture, and then a description will open up, and it says dynamic bar branding. Wherever they browse, you're there. Located on the dynamic bar at the bottom of the browser. Your branding travels with your members everywhere they journey on the internet. When they surf, you ride the wave of profits. Okay, so pretty cool. So let me just close that, and let me just give you a demonstration of that. I already have the dynamic branding bar installed into my browser, which is Chrome. Now it's compatible with all browsers, even Internet Explorer. I mean, that was a feat in and of itself, but just to say that the job got done. So if you see this little icon here, so I can click on this, and right away this bar pops up. So this bar, this dynamic bar branding, this follows me wherever I go on the internet. Now it doesn't have to stay open like this. I can always minimize it by clicking there and maximize it or retrieve it by clicking there. But the most important part to see is this is some information that I have here. So my free members of that have joined, at my YOBSN, have signed up at my YOBSN as free members of my branded social network, can see this information wherever they go online. Now, this is very beneficial to me because, wherever they go, my information is there. Now, why would they want to do this? Well, they get rewarded for doing this because of these ads that are displaying here. Not only, am I making money from these ads displaying, but they're earning smart points. Now, I'm going to get into all that later. I'm just trying to discuss the mechanics here. But what I want to focus on is the dynamic bar branding. So I can brand this any way that I want to. I can go, I've got a tagline at the top, I've got a clickable link here, I've got my name and contact information, and this is very easy to do. All you have to do is go into your back office. If you're a Smart Media Technologies rep, let me just minimize the bar, go to your Smart Media products here, okay, go to branding setup, and the first field you're going to come to is the dynamic bar branding. So you've got 80 characters, 2 lines max, so you can put a call to action there, or you can just put your company name. If you're a offline business, just want to brand your business, certainly do that. I don't have a offline business or anything like that per se, so I just put taglines there. And in the message, where you could put your company name and a message. For the message section, what I use is that's where I put my contact information. So I've got my name, phone number, and email address, and then I've got in the URL field, of course. This is where you put the link or the clickable link that you want in the dynamic bar branding. When you get done, you just click save, and this is what it's going to look like on YOBSN. So when your members are actually on YOBSN using the system, maybe playing the games or whatever it is that they want to do, or communicating with one another using our Smart Chirp or sending, smart mails, whatever it is, your information will be right here. But more importantly, what I like is how it travels the internet with them. So that dynamic bar, that branding is always there. And again, this can be a link to any website that you want. You can have, as much information as you can fit in there with 80 characters and 2 lines. So very, very powerful way to advertise. And, and from a marketing standpoint, it's very unobtrusive. And it's something that, that free members or people are going to like because, again, they're being rewarded with smart points from this advertisement, and they can take these smart points and purchase things at our smart point store that'll be coming very soon. So as they surf the internet, they can earn points and buy stuff and buy high-end nice stuff, and they haven't spent a dime to get any of those points. So very, very nice. Now let's look at the name and lights feature. Okay, your name and lights. Constant top of mind awareness. Your message front and center every time a free member has fun or interacts on your own branded social networking platform. So let me show you what that actually looks like on YOBSN. So as you can see, after someone logs in or signs up to to be a member at your particular YOBSN, then this is what they can see right here. So everywhere they go, they can go to they can go to the smart discussion and talk with groups and be in groups and different things like that. Anything like that. They can go to the smart chat just opens up. The smart mail if they want to send someone our version of email and all this kind of things. That branding is always there. You see that? So it's always there. So it's a constant top of mind awareness, always right there in their face. Now, this doesn't follow them wherever they go online. This is not like the dynamic bar like we just discussed, but still it has a lot of impact if you take advantage of this. Now, this is also really easy to set up as well. I mean, from here, again, you would just log into your back office, come to Smart Media Products, click on Branding Setup, and then you click on your name and lights. Okay. Now you've got a lot of options. You can, you've got 40 characters max. So, sometimes you have to play around with that because if you increase your font size, you may have to decrease your text and stuff like that. But that's okay. You can make it work. You know what I mean? If you notice, I've got visit www. And then my website there. And you've got different fonts that you can choose from. You've got, a font weight, bold, or let's see, what is it, bold or normal? Yeah. And you've got your pic size. You can go all the way up to 26 pixels. Your font size, normal or italic. So, then you've got that. Then you've got your select text animation. So when they first, log into the site, they won't see the name and lights branded, but after just a second, once they're on the site, it'll come into the site and you can select what animation, how you want it to appear and present itself to your free members. So it's really cool. And then, you can go through all this. You can select one of those, very, very easy to do. Then you can also add some extra animation to it by, selecting the animation style. You've got your, color selector here. You can just open that up and select the color that you want. And then you can also, what's cool about it, you can preview it. So that's what it's going to look like, once people, if they're off the site, log in, and when they first come onto the site, that's how it's going to come across the top of the site. Then, once you find the combination colors and everything that works for you, you simply click save. But again, just another very, very powerful way to, in a subtle way too, very subtle, but powerful way to brand and advertise, to give a call of action. I mean, I've seen some very creative ways this is being used, like telling people to, click on the prize section, for instance, to try to win a daily prize or something like that. And there's an advantage to that because, once we launch, when your free members win one of these prizes, well, guess what? If they're your free member, that prize gets matched. So if they win a $250 prize, guess who else wins a $250 prize? You, the YOBSN owner. So again, very, very powerful. Me, I like to direct them to websites, keep that front of mind awareness, top of mind awareness to my money sites and use that there, just like I would use with my branding here on the dynamic bar. So, very, very powerful ways to market your business. Now let's go